he's in the piano lesson. I said, I don't care, where's that? He said, oh, it's over in that building over there. And I said, okay, I'm going. And I just went in and I barged in the door and I was like, hey! And then we had like a big kind of like hugging moment. And he was like, hey man, it's really great to meet you, but I'm in the middle of a piano lesson. And I was like, all right, fine, yeah, of course. So he finished his piano lesson, and then the two of us jumped on bicycles. He'd been in Crema for weeks at this point, so we got on bicycles and he showed me around the whole town. And we rode and we went to different restaurants and different like gelaterias and like all this stuff. And it was incredibly analogous to what actually happened in the movie. I was the new guy in town and he showed me around and I fell in love with this like, you know, Timmy. I mean, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience.
Absolutely. You can see how that friendship is so genuine and sort of like, I'm sure it just sense the piano.
It's really weird being up here right now without Timmy with me, I'll be totally honest.
We're sorry he can't be here.
Me too.
He will be here tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's right.
Another question I had was, although it's based on a book, a lot of the movie sort of like plays out wordlessly, and I think one of my favorite parts about the film is that there are these micro gestures that Lucas sort of like highlights. Can you talk a little bit about like that sort of like focus on in your acting? It's like the looks that you're giving each other, the water fountain scene.
Yeah. Luca is an incredibly visionary filmmaker, and if in order to convey whatever emotion he needs to, he needs a close-up of your face, seeing or experiencing something, then he'll get that. If he needs a bubbling fountain to show fluidity and life and beauty, then he'll use that. If he needs the shot of a mountain, then he'll use that. So, I mean, really, I guess the short answer to that is we were lucky enough to stand on the shoulders of a giant.
Absolutely. I don't want to monopolize the conversation, so if you have any questions, just put your hands up. Yes?
Hi.
Hi.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
I was wondering why the ending was cut from the book, and I just think because you were trying to evoke that feeling of Italy and being so you didn't want to distract it with New York and Rome.
You know, Oliver had sort of left at this point in the Italian version or in the Italian contingent of the story. So, unfortunately, that's really a question more for Luca. But I can tell you that, funny enough, Luca wants to do a sequel. So he's like, I saved the rest for later. I'll save the rest for later. But also, Luca loved the idea of ending there and sort of a sense of finality. And you know, people say, you know, there's a small section of the book that you guys didn't do, but in reality, that small section of the book, for everybody who reads the book, they know that's 20 or 30 years. So that's really it's a massive sort of span of time. I think he wants to do a sequel. I don't know.
Is it true he has a 4-hour cut of the film? Because I want to see it.
I think the first cut of the movie was 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will wait for that.
He does. Yeah.
I also noticed that he didn't write the screenplay, but maybe you just tell us a little bit about his involvement.
He was heavily involved. We dealt a lot with Andre, I think because he believed so much in what Luca was doing, and honestly, he read the script that James Ivory turned in, and that we all worked on sort of like collectively together. And Andre has said this publicly, which is why I'm going to repeat it now, but he said, I think that Luca, your ending of the movie is so much more powerful than my book. It's concise, and it hits, and it's a beautiful thing. So, Andre was incredibly supportive, and never at any point was he heavy-handed with anything. He felt very much like he handed this over to Luca. And he said, I know this is not going to be my book. My book is done. I've finished my book, and I'm happy with it. Now it's up to your interpretation. I think that's a massive credit to Andre.
Yes. Hi, I just want to say first, congratulations. And are there any parts of the book that you kind of like wish were in the movie? And what was your favorite scene?
poetry. When they go to the bookstore, and there's, you know, the big poetry scene, and they're there and they're reading and they're drinking, and then they go to the restaurant, and then another restaurant, and it's this big night. We sort of had our own artistic license and interpretation of that, and made it into like a wonderful night between Elio and Oliver in Bergamo. But that was one of my favorite scenes. As sort of like a voracious reader and someone who loves bookstores, especially like small bookstores, I wish we could have included that, but at the same time, I would never go to Luca or anybody and say, you guys should have really included this or that. Like, I think that's well above my pay grade, but that is one thing that I always loved in the book, is that experience that they had in Rome. We had it in Bergamo, but just in a different sense.
Today, with all of the media coverage and what's really happening with gender and the loosening up of gender, I wondered if you could speak to that a little bit, what's happening in the front page of Time and National Geographic and all that. And also, I looked at this as a beautiful love story that could have been heterosexual, bisexual, to women, whatever. It seemed more of that to me, and it was beautifully captured, really a rare poetic capture of falling in love. The sadness was that, you know, Elio felt betrayed at the end, and I wondered, so I'm throwing a lot at you, choose one.
Okay.
You want to speak about?
I agree, and I appreciate the fact that you recognize this as just like a human story, because I think regardless of your identification or orientation or whatever, you can watch this and remember the first time that you had a crush on somebody or felt something for somebody, and every time they looked at you, it felt amazing, and every time they didn't, it hurt you, and then you fell in love with that person, and you open yourself up and expose yourself to that person, and it's received and then reciprocated in a beautiful way, and then as that runs its course, as it normally does in like our first sort of love, it has to end. You know, and then when it does, understanding that that is not the end of the world, but that is part of the fabric that makes you who you are as a human. So this to me feels like a very human love story, where anybody can watch this and remember those feelings of excitement and anticipation and angst and then elation and all of that. So those were really the sort of core base human emotions we were trying to achieve in this movie, and it just happened to be a beautiful love story between two men, but no one paid for it. No one got sick. No one's family turned against them. There was no antagonist to the movie. No roving band of rednecks who beat anybody up. I mean, this was a story of two human beings who truly fell in love with each other, and it's amazing that anybody can watch this and identify with it, because that is what it is to be human. I think that's a wonderful thing that Luca was able to achieve with this. Hopefully.